right, there's your precious toilet, Summer. We'll wait outside.
Rick, I'm not going to the bathroom on a fire hydrant.
High maintenance.
You're joking, right?
Hey, I told you to go before we left.
Just find a reality with a normal toilet.
Normal toilet. Go to town, Summer.
I'll hold it till we get back to Earth.
This is why I let Rick put a catheter in me. Rick, you gotta come with me. You gotta come quick to the hospital, Rick.
To the hospital? What are you talking about, Morty? I'm trying to watch my TV show here. What are you talking about going to the hospital, Morty?
You gotta come with me, Rick. Please, Rick. Because Jessica got hit by a car, Rick. She's in the hospital right now. It's not looking so good, Rick. It's not looking so good.
Calm down, Morty. Just calm down and relax. Can it wait till after Family Matters is over? Winslow Matters is about to scold his daughter Laura Matters over some sort of thing. I'm really engaged by it.
Listen, Rick, forget about all that show. We gotta go to the hospital, Rick.
No.
This is some serious stuff. You gotta help me. You gotta help me. You gotta use your science and help. You gotta help Jessica. She's the woman of my dreams. She's the woman of my dreams, and she's about to die, Rick. She's about to die. You gotta help me, Rick. You gotta come to the hospital, Rick.
All right, Morty. Fine. Jesus Christ. All right, let's go, Morty. Let's go to the hospital.
All right, Rick, there she is. She's right there, Rick. You gotta do something, Rick. You gotta do something.
All right, Morty, shut the mouth up and let me figure something out here. Let me see, what can we do here? All right, I got an idea, Morty. Here, put this on. Put this talkie head device thing on.
All right, Rick, I'm putting it on.
Okay, now here. I'm gonna put mine on. Now I'm gonna shrink you down and I'm gonna inject you into her body.
Oh, jeez, Rick, you're gonna put me inside of her body? Shrink me down? I mean, I don't know if I'm equipped for that.
All right, Morty, what do you want me to do? We're either gonna do this one way or we're not gonna do it at all. I'm gonna go back and watch Family Matters like I was doing before you bothered me.
All right, Rick. All right. Fine. You're being a real son of a bitch, Rick. You're really being a real piece of garbage right now, Rick. You're being a real jerk right now, Rick. Just shrink me down and put me in her and tell me what to do.
All right, Morty, here we go. Gonna shrink you down. All right, Morty. Now I'm gonna inject you into her arm here. All right, there you go, Morty. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Rick, I can hear you. It's crazy in here, Rick. It's crazy in here. There's all kinds of things floating around.
Oh, yeah, Morty, I bet you there is a lot of whole kinds of things floating around. Hey, what do you know, Morty? There's a TV set in here. I wonder if Family Matters is still on.
What are you talking about, Rick?
Oh, it is. It's still on, Morty. I think they're in the third act.
I'm floating around in Jessica's bloodstream, and you're gonna watch TV?
Oh, I love that Winslow Matters and the way he handles things. He's a cop, right, Morty?
Please, Rick, please. There's a giant white thing floating towards me.
Yeah, Morty, relax. I'll tell you what to do. So float upstream a little bit and tell me when you get to the heart valve.
All right, Rick, I'm trying my best here, Rick.
Oh, geez. Hey, Morty, it's kind of strange, but Family Matters was actually a spin-off of the movie Die Hard. Winslow Matters, the father, he was actually the cop at Die Hard.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. We have new Rick and Morty Season 4 to talk about, a special deleted scene in a couple new versions of Rick and Morty that they revealed because of what's going on in New York Comic-Con next week. So we'll break it all down. I'll be doing Rick and Morty episodes and Easter egg videos all season long, so if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get everything. I also do merch giveaways every week. I'll explain at the end of the video. The footage starts with them taking Summer to another reality because she just needs to find a toilet. I guess they came from a reality where there is no bathrooms, but the first one they go to looks like the reality that Snuffles took all the intelligent dogs to at the end of Lawnmower Dog in Season 1, Episode 2. They just packed up and took off to another reality to form their own society. That's why everything in here is dog-themed. Some of it seems kind of nostalgic, too. And the dog behind them is walking on two legs, washing its hands in the sink, and looking at them like she's scandalized that they just appeared out of nowhere in the women's bathroom. So even though Rick is kind of playing a joke on Summer here, he was nice enough to take her to a women's room. I guess this wall art is meant to be a classic, like this is what our culture used to be. We used to sniff each other's butts like this all the time. It is a little bit weird that they're still using fire hydrants instead of using traditional toilets that take their business away, but maybe there's some complicated trapdoor system as part of these. If they are super smart, they probably found a way to do it. The next joke being that Rick takes her to another reality that's purely based on toilet culture. This is kind of another continuation of the joke in Close Encounters of the Rick kind, where they're running through dimensions to escape the Citadel of Ricks, and they run through one of the dimensions that's a bunch of intelligent chairs with humans as the furniture. This time, it's toilets that rule this culture, but humans are still somehow the furniture because you have these human-designed toilets. They're all staring straight ahead. They don't blink, so it's hard to tell if these humans are intelligent. They have a condom dispenser on the wall, but because they're for intelligent toilets, they're called commodums, as in commode. The newsboard on the wall is called the Daily Clog. The motivational poster on the wall is a reference to toilets never being clogged, always running. There's a baby changing station, but it's for changing baby bowls, as in toilets for babies. There's old-timey Art of a Clown toilet from the Depression on the wall, and instead of traditional toilet paper, they have little hands on sticks for cleaning themselves in plungers. From the look of this toilet with the long eyelashes, it also seems like this is meant to be a women's toilet room for women toilets. Weird that the versions of these toilets and sinks are dudes then, if this is meant to be a women's room. The final joke being that he takes them to the bathroom, what looks like this hellscape dimension where the women in the background kind of look like Cenobites from the Hellraiser movies. The red coloration in the rock formations also kind of makes it seem like this bathroom is inside a similar reality when they fought World Ender with the Vindicators during Season 3, Episode 4, and Rick gave them the Saw treatment. The real joke here, though, is that they're at the worst possible reality you could go to, but silver lining, they almost use the exact same style of normal toilets that Rick, Morty, and Summer are used to. Like, here's your normal toilet. It just happens to be in the worst possible reality. Of course, Summer freaks out, wants to hold it, and we learn that apparently Rick put a catheter in C-137 Morty to prevent him from having to take time away from adventures to go to the bathroom. I wouldn't totally take that as canon, though, the fact that Morty's walking around with a catheter in him this whole time, because we did see Morty use a bathroom in their house at the beginning of Pickle Rick in Season 3, Episode 3, which he wouldn't need to do if he still had the catheter. Even if it is just a one-off joke, it seems kind of weird that he would be so proud of Rick putting a catheter in him. The deleted scene is actually a super deep cut from Justin Roiland's early work on the show when he was trying to get it going at Adult Swim. It was one of his auditions to prove to them that he could make the show. In it, Morty is desperately trying to get Rick to help him save Jessica's life because she was hit by a random car and taken to the emergency room. But Rick doesn't want to have anything to do with it because he's watching the 90s sitcom Family Matters. Except what they're doing with the show is that they're doing the thing where they sometimes explain a real-life TV show but do it in a nonsense way, as if the writers are acting like they purposefully don't know what the show is actually about that they're parodying. Winslow Matters and his daughter, Laura Matters. In one of the earlier seasons, they did a Game of Thrones parody, but they called it Tiny People, and it was all the main characters from Game of Thrones in the Iron Throne Room, all short, and Tyrion Lannister standing in the middle, drawn super tall. Justin Roiland explained that that's part of the bit, is that they explain it in a nonsense way, as if they don't actually watch the show, but most of them do actually watch these shows that they parody. The deleted scene is also meant to give you an early concept for the relationship dynamic between Rick and Morty, where Rick can barely be bothered to help Morty, but reluctantly agrees to do so, because despite what he says in his protest, he actually does genuinely care about Morty. You can see that they polished the animation on this a lot by the time this went to series, because neither of them are drawn to their official character models, and the living room configuration is vastly different. You also notice that there's a special transition between scenes. They don't actually do that in Rick and Morty episodes. Then Rick shrinks Morty down and sends him into Jessica's bloodstream, an idea that they would later replicate during Anatomy Park in Season 1, Episode 3, when Rick shrunk Morty down and they did their Jurassic Park parody. Then Rick tries to sell Morty on the concept that Family Matters is actually a Die Hard spin-off because the same actor appeared in both projects, Reginald VelJohnson, all while Morty seems like he's being consumed alive by an intelligent white blood cell. Moving into more Season 4 news, though, if you're going to New York Comic Con in the next week as I'm posting this video, apparently they're going to be selling new Rick and Morty Season 4 toys, but it's Shrimp Rick and Shrimp Morty, so apparently we're going to see these two versions of the characters during Season 4. Either Rick and C-137 Morty cross paths with them in an episode or at the Citadel, or they themselves are turned into shrimps for some reason. Also, recently, one of the writers on the show, Jeff Loveness, just finished his work on Season 4, posted all of these pictures of his scripts that he had done. He did Season 4, Episode 1, Episode 6, Episode 7, Episode 8, and apparently Season 5, Episode 1. Someone on Reddit actually tried to scan and invert the scripts to read the text beneath the pages, but they were only able to discover that Episode's 8 title seems to be My Canceled Vacation, which doesn't sound like a typical Rick and Morty episode title, so they might actually change that before this episode airs. Season 4 is confirmed to be 10 episodes, and for right now it seems like Adult Swim is just going to air 10 episodes per season every year, which works out to 10 total seasons of Rick and Morty. That doesn't mean that they're going to cancel the show after 10 seasons, it just means that they have to renew their contract again after that. And Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland did say that they would continue making the show as long as they possibly could. Right now, it seems like Rick and Morty Season 4 Episode 1 is going to officially premiere November 17th on that Sunday night because Adult Swim is doing a big festival on the 15th and 16th right before that where they'll screen the first episode early. Like I said, I'll be doing Easter egg videos, episode videos all season long. If you have any bonus videos that you really want me to make or theories you want me to do videos about, just let me know in the comments below. I will be doing merch giveaways in all my Rick and Morty videos. All you have to do to enter those is just be a subscriber and leave your best Rick and Morty Season 4 theory. Congratulations, Benjamin Wayman. You're the giveaway winner from my last Rick and Morty video. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your details. Everybody click here for my last Rick and Morty Season 4 Thanksgiving trailer, and click here to learn how Marvel just got Spider-Man back in the MCU from Sony. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.